Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of the podcast here. Trying something a little new with our audio, so if it sounds weird, sounds better, let us know.
We got two mics this time.
Yeah, we're trying it out.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works. But
We're also, speaking of new things,
new
in
things.
your new setup in your office.
Indeed, I posted a picture on Twitter. If anybody follows me, nobody. But it's on there.
For all 0 of my followers.
Yep, there you go. So,
It looks really good. It looks
it's
a lot
spacious.
cleaner in here without having like something in the middle of the floor.
Definitely.
Even just like, I'm sure we're gonna record some throwback stuff today, but like, just sitting here and be able to like look.
Yeah, and like the fact that I can pull out the TV or
Yeah.
like twist it if I'm sitting in my chair editing videos.
Yeah,
Something
like
in the background, it's great.
we can just how you have your stuff set up. Like, it'd be so easy to just hook up the Elgato and record everything.
Yeah, it'd be super easy.
I think the only reason you moved your Switch stuff is because everyone was over.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
pretty much. It's usually right there, but for today there's not.
Which I'm still sad that like the moment I finish, I even had like before I left for work, I had a bag packed with like a new shirt, like sweats, like stuff, clothes to change into, and like I had both my controllers in there. I was like, I'm just gonna get off work, I'm gonna go. And they end up giving me a route that has 123 stops. And I'm like, fuck. Like, it's
crazy.
But yeah, speaking of that route, so this one was yesterday, and then I've got one for the day before too. But I'm doing my route, and occasionally there are people that will come outside and just grab their package from me.
Yeah,
which
like they're waiting for it, like through the blinds.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah,
it's their stuff. I thought about taking it, but yeah,
can't open it, so what's the point?
Yeah, it'd be like a mystery box every time.
Yeah, probably a dildo.
Hey, I have delivered one of those before.
Sidetracking already, there was Amazon workers going on protest because like they shouldn't be delivering stuff that's not essential. That's what their thought process was. He's like, yeah, masks and like cleaning supplies, yeah, that's essential. But dildos? That shit ain't essential. He's on a podium, like yelling at this stuff. He's like, dildos, that shit ain't essential. Don't be fucking buying dildos.
Which,
I think that's fucking hilarious.
and that was one of my stops yesterday too, which I totally forgot about. There's a few things that I've seen that may just reoccur in my memory. And it wasn't like an interaction or anything like the story I'll continue here in a second. It was, I dropped off this, like, I don't even know what it was, but it was a really small, almost like as thin as like a poster. Like,
yeah.
And it was these two country guys. I don't want to say hicks because that's, a little offensive, but they kind of were. And this old lady, which, you've always got a big mama in that situation.
Yeah.
And she was an older big mama. Mm-hmm. And she'd
come here, boys.
Yeah, like I hand one of the guys his whatever they bought. And as I turn around, all I hear from her is that from Adam and Eve? And if you aren't familiar with Adam and Eve, what it is that's an adult toy store.
Indeed. It's like the equivalent of like Patricia's, but like online, right?
Or like Hollywood Hustler if you live in the coast areas.
Yeah.
And
surprised that we have one here.
I know. I'm saying
I drive by it on the highway all the fucking time.
I never see cars in the parking lot, so.
No, it's like most places, like strip clubs and shit.
Which, I guess if you're going there to buy something,
you're in and you're out.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't be there for long enough.
It's like a movie star, like trying to go out in public. Like they've got the scarf on and like the glasses and like.
They're too ashamed.
Yeah, but yeah. So just thinking about that old lady buying something from Adam and Eve, And
It's her pasties.
oh no.
Oh no.
But anyway, back to the. I mean, I guess while we're sidetracked, I also saw a doormat that I sent you a picture of.
Oh yeah, I thought that was yours.
No, it was some guy's doormat at his apartment complex. Super nice doormat.
Definitely, it was a Pokemon doormat. I can probably put it up on the screen if I still have it.
It says Home Sweet Home. It's from the Gen 1 games.
Yeah.
And then I also saw something that I thought you would enjoy. I was driving by, and you know how like a lot of people around where we live usually have like the yard sign things. They have like the little 2 metal picks, and you for the election. It's like so a lot of them around here are like Trump 2020 and all that. One that I was driving by was like this gated off neighborhood, so you know they're an intellectual.
Usually,
it said any competent adult 2020.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of on that same boat there.
So I
it's
thought
kind of another round of the shiniest of 2 turds.
Yeah, exactly.
But 1 turd is definitely worse.
Which I mean, I guess
take your pick on that one. If you've ever listened to our podcast, you can probably figure that out.
Yeah,
at least for me.
But anyway, back to the story I was talking about. So I get to this guy's house and I step out and he's waiting for his package, which is fine.
Yeah.
And you know, I give him his package, and he's an older gentleman, so like he's gonna be like, you know, he's gonna try to chat you up because you know older guys, they tend to do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you know, doing the usual spiel of like, oh, you know, they keeping you busy, and I'm like, yeah, you know, they're trying to. That's my usual answer whenever they, and
you working hard or hardly working? That shit's always.
Yeah, he didn't get any dad jokes out, but like I think it's because the conversation got abruptly ended. Mm-hmm. He was like, you working? You know, they're keeping you busy, and I'm like, they're trying. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm sure you guys are slammed now. You know, I'm sure you guys were slammed before, but you know now like it's so much busier. And I'm like, yeah, you know they've with all the stuff going around, and he's like. He just stops. Like his smile goes from like, you know, having a happy conversation with some random dude, and to like I've talked about something that he doesn't believe in.
Yeah.
And all I said was like verbatim, like, oh yeah, we're busy because of all the stuff going around. I didn't point out anything specific.
Yeah, it could have been like all the packages.
Yeah.
You know. And
he was like, I don't believe in those stories. And I'm like, okay. And he's just like, yeah, I just don't believe what the media is putting out there. So, yeah, we can't talk anymore. And he just walks away, and I'm just like standing there like, all right.
Okay.
Like, because for me, like when you're an Amazon driver, like, you're not necessarily timed. I mean, you do have to get done within a certain, like, parameter. But, like,
yeah,
you know, for me, I'm obviously like, okay, normally I'm like, go, 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 go. Mm-hmm. So I don't ask for these interactions. Like, you trying to talk to me and me being stuck here now because you're talking to me because I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Is something that I didn't ask for. So, you know, like now...
That's on you at that point.
You know, you coming up to me saying like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I oblige and reply back.
Yeah.
Again, to not be rude. Mm. And then I say something that has like, you know, like, yeah, I could be referring to this one thing, but you don't know for sure. Yeah. And then you just shutting down the conversation.
Yeah, you going straight to the end. Like,
oh, we can't talk anymore. Like,
yeah. Like that.
But
that person definitely has a low intelligence. The fact that they couldn't suss out, like, or even try to be polite, like, I bet there's just, you know, they're shipping out a lot of stuff. No, you just have to go straight for he's a conspiracy theorist. He's a lizard person.
He believes in the dang virus.
He's a part of the media. You can't just, like, have an actual, I mean,
I mean, if you
can't have a conversation, you know.
I mean, to be honest, if you can't just read the facts, I'm just saying, like, the CDC at least is required to put out specific numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Anyway,
I'm not gonna fuel that fire.
I'm just saying.
Leaving it where it is. Just people that can't have competent discussions, even when it comes to something they don't believe in.
Yeah.
That just shows something about a person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just keep an open mind. Like, don't just read one side.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
But anyway, not opening that can of worms.
Yeah. No.
The next. The day before, I had another odd interaction, which, like, to me, when I think about this, is like a 1 in a million chance. Like, I had to be in the right place at the right time for this to happen, unless they were just looking for an Amazon van, which seems kind of unlikely.
Yeah.
I was once again stopped at, to deliver a package, and I get out of the van. I haven't even given the package to the doorstop that I'm going to. And these two guys roll up, and they're like, hey dog, come here. And I'm like,
oh no.
So like, they rolled up in their car, so they're still in their car at this point. Yeah. They're blocking. I parked on one side of the street. The house I'm going to is on the opposite side of the street. So they essentially blocked my way to the house. So I'm once again locked in this conversation.
Yeah.
And he's like, come here, dog. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's just like, yeah, just between you and me, man. Does Amazon fuck with convicts? And I'm like, he's like, you know, like criminals, like people that have been in prison. Like, I know what the word convict means. Thank you.
I'm not incompetent, yeah.
And I'm like,
not illiterate. Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, just between you and me, dog. Just like, I'm not trying to like embarrass myself or anything. I'm just like, okay. And he's
already done step one.
Yeah.
Embarrassed himself. You've talked to me.
Hello. You failed your first objective.
Let's see if we can help you out on number 2 there, champ.
And I'm just like, yeah, I don't think they necessarily care. I mean, they do a background check, but other than that, and he's like, all right, cool dog. Thanks for the help, man. And he drives off, and I'm just standing there like, what? Why? Like, why did you?
Yeah,
you couldn't have.
There's some people who like don't use the internet. And I don't know.
Like, I'm pretty sure...
The worst that could happen is if you're a convict and you apply, they can just tell you no.
Yeah.
Like, just apply.
Which, I mean... Yeah. But for me, it's just like... Why didn't you just look it up? Like,
Yeah.
Or even just called Amazon. Like, they would have told you their hiring parameters. I don't know if they're legally obligated to tell you or anything like that, but like, I'm sure if you ask, there's nothing that's going to hurt them saying like, oh yeah, we do a background check for the last like so many years or whatever. Like,
yeah, it's just like, if you work somewhere, people just automatically think you like run the place. So it's like I don't know, if you work at GD or something, they're like, oh, do you do this kind of stuff? Do you guys hire this kind of thing? I'm like, dude, I fucking work there. I get a paycheck, and that's it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like,
I literally don't know the inner workings of anything. I just do what they tell me.
So, yeah, a week before they laid me off, Gardner, Denver, like, I literally had a conversation with someone who I guess applied.
Yeah.
And, I'm about to get in my van to go home. And obviously, like, when you work there, you just want to leave, like you.
Yeah, you don't want to stay around for too much longer.
I've already wasted like 90% of my day here, and I have like 3 hours to enjoy myself.
Do anything
before I have to go to bed and
do it all over again.
Yeah. And he walks up to me and he's like, "Hey man, is this a good job?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right. It pays the bills.
I'm still working here."
I don't hate my life yet.
I haven't left yet.
And he's like, okay, cool, because I really need this job. Like, and I'm like, yeah, it pays well. And he's like, oh, man, you think they'll hire me?
I don't fucking know you.
Yeah, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, how am I supposed to I don't have any inside
Are
knowledge.
you a God-fearing Christian?
Like,
Just go at him from left field, you know?
yeah, like,
Scare him off.
oh, you think they'll hire me? I don't know. Did you put my name down for a referral?
Yeah,
Because I'm trying to make that money. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Sorry, I missed your name. Are you my friend?
Yeah,
Do I know you?
like, how good is your work ethic? And if it's good, you should go back in there.
Are you a shitter sitter, or are you actually gonna get some work done?
I mean, they'll hire you either way. Let's be honest. But like,
Yeah, the shitter sitters are the highest ups, honestly.
definitely. I mean, one of our highest ups, Captain Buttcheeks, likes to pull his pants down to his thighs, and
They laid that boy off. But yes, Mr. Moon did get laid off, you know.
did they lay off?
Which I guess we can get into that can of worms. I mean, I'm sure we have before.
Yeah, probably.
But in a recap, if no one knows, if you're late to the party, the guy we worked with, who I had gone, like, you know, guys' bathrooms, you have your urinals.
Yeah.
There's like two, divider, normal shit. I walk in there, and this guy has his legs like 3 feet apart, pants on the ground, ass
Power
cheeks just
stance.
shining through the door. And I'm about to take a piss, and I just beeline it to the stalls because I'm just like, this dude's fucking butt cheeks are hanging. And I swear to God, it's like the second time I saw him do that, and I'm just like, I stare at him every time I see him, just like hatred. So I'm like, why would you pull your pants down all the way to take a piss?
Well, it's just like one of the engineers. I'm sure you remember the story. Like,
Yeah, chin strap.
yeah. So this guy,
He's got a terrible beard with just a chin strap beard.
it's a neck beard that connects on both sides. So it's like
Sideburn connects, but nothing else. No mustache.
yeah.
No goatee.
And
It's just
I mean, just to get into that can of worms, because it drives me insane. Because every time I think about it, I have to ask why.
yeah.
And if you're in the comment section, like, please, if you have this style of beard, let me know. If you give me like a reason why, it doesn't even have to be like really a good reason. I just want to know why you do this to your face. Chin strap, like we said, his beard goes around his chin,
Yeah.
but not where like the mustache would be, as if like a goatee like I have.
Yeah.
He can obviously grow the goatee part.
Yeah, you see like a 5 o'clock shadow on the
It's
vest.
a 5 o'clock shadow on his upper fucking lip, and he shaves it. And
Yeah, and it's like he shaves it to where it's not all the way like past his chin on his face. It's like on his neck mostly.
yeah,
So it's just really awkward.
I hate it. Just thinking about it, like
It's like you hate chin strap, and I don't like Toblerone head.
it's
This
just
dude's head is like a Toblerone box, and I don't get it.
fucking.
What happened to
the
him?
engineers in that place, dog? But
I
like,
need a story of what happened to that kid's head.
but God, my blood's boiling. But
Did he fall inside one of those little, like, can you put the circle in the circle block thing? Did he fall in one of them and his head got twisted? What the fuck happened?
it was like a square block, and
Triangle hole and his head got stuck, and then he fucking came out of triangle.
help.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, my dude, what happened?
But and then he's got like the monk haircut, so it's like
Dude, yeah, it's
the
bad. He looks like Phineas and Ferb. I talked about this last time.
if anyone's ever seen a Kappa, the haircut that they have, it's like bald
Yeah,
in the
little sea
center.
monster thing.
Yeah, but it's like it's that. But anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
golly, chin strap.
He's getting fired up.
I usually when I work there, I would get to work like 30 minutes early because I wanted to play Smash on my Switch. Because this was, I mean, I'm still playing Smash quite a bit, but this was back when I was like, had the childish dream of becoming something big. And I got there 30 minutes early to play Smash. And I had to go to the bathroom, which is fine. And I walk into the bathroom, and how do I explain this? So you explained half the bathroom. You have
Yeah, so you walk in straight, there's 2 urinals. If you look to your right, there's 2 stalls. But if you look left, where the door entrance would be to the left, there's a little shower nook.
right.
And there's like this little curtain, Nobody has ever used that in the 3 years that I worked there. Never saw anybody, never heard anybody that used it.
Until this day.
Yeah.
Where I walk into the bathroom, I can tell that he just used the shower because it had that like steamy thing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I walk in there, and the dude's putting on his underwear, so I saw like way more than like.
So like a sack or two, you know?
Like
more than you'd want.
He had his like ass towards the door, which like I saw a full moon. It was like full crack. I mean, and
yeah, there's no.
He was like, you know that like motion where like you're putting on underwear, so you're like kind of like bent over. It was that. Like I caught him in that very moment.
Oh no.
So like.
That's what you put your stuff on in the shower if you're like in a public place.
Thank you. Know? Like.
Only fucking mongrels and old people.
Even when we were going to
Vasa,
we were. I would when I took a shower in there, I would have my backpack hung up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I would get dressed in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little awkward, but I'm not about to walk out into the locker room.
Yeah.
Which
there was a changing area, so in front of the shower. That's where I changed. I didn't like change in the actual like drain part.
Yeah, I mean, I went into one I like the smaller ones, so.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I wouldn't there's some old people who just walk around naked, but.
I mean, when you're that age,
don't care.
Yeah, when you're that age, you don't care. You know, like.
Yeah, like those are my balls. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm 90. I'm gonna die next year.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to prolong the inevitable at
I'm
this
just
point.
trying to feel good.
But just first off, no one used that shower, so.
Yeah, and this is at work. This is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is work.
First, anytime the shower curtain is open and no one's in there.
Yeah.
First off, you can tell that shower's disgusting. Like
100%. Yeah.
So, why? And then second off, like, I feel like that shower it's like, it's like when you put an antique chair in your house. It's just supposed to be looked at. You don't fucking sit in it. Don't.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy fit in there. Honestly,
it's so a small shower. Yeah, like and
there's even a seat which I would never fucking sit my ass on.
Oh my god!
Lord knows.
Could
how many times Cameron slept in that thing?
Can you imagine him just like him sitting down and like him going to like shave his legs the shower,
shaving his fucking face?
But like, God, why? Like.
Yeah, some people just have that locker room mentality where it's just like it's okay to get naked around each other. I was never part of that. Whenever we had gym, no, I'm getting in a stall and I'm changing there, even if it's into my gym shorts.
Yeah,
I'm getting in my undies in front of other people.
I mean, I'm okay like getting down to like my boxer briefs, like.
Yeah, like people I know, not like in public, not like people I don't know.
I mean, even in public, I'm okay like stripping down to my underwear, but like I'm not taking off my underwear. Like that's
I'm not a nudist.
That's for like.
I don't think I could go to a nude beach, let alone be naked on one. Even though I have been to one, and it was very awkward.
Just to go and laugh, like that's.
Yeah, there's a lot of old people there. And
and
really ruined your life.
Well, I mean, I think
as a wee old kid,
I feel like you'd get kicked out pretty quick because I feel like there's an unspoken rule in like nude beaches where it's kind of like, there's a no shaming rule, but
yeah, you're not supposed to stare. You're not supposed to do anything.
Yeah. So like just going and then laughing at people would probably be like.
He's got little pee-pee. It's like when my parents and we went on a cruise when I was a kid or younger. Not really. I mean, I was still a kid, but we went on this island, which half the beach was nude, half the beach wasn't, and there wasn't really a sign that said the difference.
That were you like a border, like
yeah, because there's like a British and a French side. Obviously, the French are nude.
Yeah.
So the French side is nude. So we walk through there, and there's a bunch of people, and like they turn around as soon as they see this old man walking around with his dick flopping out. I didn't look, but everyone else was like, "We're done here."
Yeah, like
my mom was like, "Okay, we're going back." I was like, "All right, okay." I just saw a lady with some big old titties, and I'm like, "Okay, this is awkward. I don't much like this." Because I don't like looking at people anyways, so like when they're naked, it's even more awkward,
Well, especially like back then, because I mean we were pretty much the same when it came to like speaking to anyone or like especially the opposite sex, which I'm still like that now. Like even with a significant other, if a girl comes up and talks to me, I just
I still shit the bed. You know?
instant simp, just like
Porky the fucking peg over
yeah,
here, you know.
yeah, like
Yeah, it happens even though you don't want it to. It's like there's no reason it should happen,
no,
but it does.
but yeah, I just help me understand.
Yeah, help me help you.
Like, did you lose your clothes?
Should I give you some? Gosh.
I can give you my shirt. You can wrap around yourself. I
Yeah.
wear them like pants. You know?
Put them up to your armpit. You know,
Yeah.
waddle around.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I've never been to like a nude beach or anything like that. So
I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't care nowadays because I don't really care about other people. So
Yeah.
it's like it'd still be awkward. Like looking you in the eyes would not be something I'd do with confidence. You know, it'd be like okay. Hey.
you got to do one of those things where like you're
just
focusing like
1,000-yard stare through them.
yeah, like don't look down. Don't like
Yeah, and if someone came up and talked to me, see that's another thing with like going to Japan and wanting to go to an onsen. You got to be naked, and it's gonna be awkward.
can't you at least like wrap the towel around you though? Like
No.
oh.
No,
Oh.
that's it. Traditional
So-
onsen. You get a towel you put on your head. So I don't know why, but when you get in the pool, you're not supposed to put the towel in the water. It just sits on your head, like keeps you cool.
I thought it was like
Now, when you're in the changing room, you have a towel, but you have to take the towel off before you get in the pool and before you walk out there. And you shower and you change in the room. And when people shower to like clean off, they're all naked too.
so you're
So-
saying that anime has lied to me? Because every time they're like I'm watching an anime and they're at like a bathhouse, they have like the like it's I mean it's a small ass towel like you know like if you
Oh, that's probably just for the producer's sake. Now, if they're in the changing room, yes. But if they're actually like near the onsen, no, that's a fucking lie. I bet you. Because there's a lot of animes I've seen where it actually does the real thing, and it's like
I mean I'm sure
there are some where if it's mixed, you have to have, bathing suit and stuff. Yes, obviously,
Yeah.
it's a mixed. But if it's just a regular onsen, that's naked time.
I mean
Which
I guess it's not
Yeah.
that it's not too terrible just because you just have to expose yourself enough to it like you know.
yeah, I think it'd also help if I knew the language. So if they said something to me, I could actually like talk back. If they just start speaking to me in something I don't know and I'm naked,
You just point down and say small pee pee and
say cold, a little chilly.
yeah. You look down and then realize that like that's about average and you're just like oh well oops
Yeah, but anyways, I guess we digressed long enough.
yeah so you mentioned the rap right
Yeah, the lack thereof last episode.
so I guess that kind of transitioning off of that I just had a kid
Yeah.
being a dad is very odd. And it's one of those things where I can't. I mean, it's not like my mind's blown. It's not one of those things where it's like everyone says, "Oh, it changes your life."
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, yes, just because like, I noticed, for instance, like. I haven't gotten on my PC in the last 3 or 4 days or like me and you are finding out trying to figure out a better schedule to record and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in that term, you're like, yes, my time is a little bit more spread thin.
Yeah, you have another thing to work around.
Yeah.
It's not
But as
like
far as like
time altering,
yeah, like I'm not
Not yet, at least. Like, I imagine when he gets old enough to go to school and stuff, that's where stuff will actually.
That's when I'll start playing more. And
Yeah, that's where time will change. Be like, Papa, can you help me with my math? And he'd be
fuck
like,
off!
and he'd be like, well, damn it, I don't know math.
God damn it! I'm
I
on
failed algebra.
I'm in the middle of a kill streak. But
I'm poning noobs.
but I'm sure around the time when he can start like talking and stuff like that, it'll be a lot more like.
I'll pay attention to him.
Oh yeah, like not to sound bad, but like like right now he's like, which don't get me wrong, like
Dribbling infant, that's what they do.
I mean, yeah, I know that everyone says this about their kid, but
My baby's the cutest.
he's a little cutie, dude. Like sometimes he does these faces where he's like thinking really intently. I don't know if you saw that.
Or pooping.
Yeah, like it probably is, but like
Both.
I don't know if you saw that picture I sent Branson.
I don't know.
He's got like
Branson asked for more baby pics than me. I
but
didn't ask for any.
I'm sure I can.
I
Pull
got
it
the
up.
one you sent me when he was born, but that was it.
There's one picture I have. I can pull it up.
Branson loves babies. So
He should probably.
I'm not one of those.
But like, boy looks like an intellectual.
He's
like,
a thinker.
Yeah, like,
He's pondering something about the world.
and I feel bad because like he's obviously doing that thing that I do where it's like one eyebrow up and the other one's like down, where you look like you're a smart boy, but really you're not. But
Hey, it's all about appearance.
and yeah, fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
But I feel bad because like my eyebrows are blonde, so
Yeah.
from like me to the office door, it looks like I don't have eyebrows. Like you have to get like really close. Like that's that's why my forehead looks so big, is because like
there's lack of real estate.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually too much.
Yeah, there's
It
too
looks
much
that way.
acreage without like a house on it or anything.
Yeah.
So like, and I feel bad because like
Just shave them off.
yeah,
Won't change anything.
no one would notice. Maybe you know what? Like I know I said this about the rap, but like it'd be a little bit easier to do this than trying to write a rap while at the hospital.
Yeah.
I think when you hit a certain subscriber count, and I'll let you decide whatever number you want, we should just shave our heads bald.
Yeah, I was thinking like I also got laid off, so I've been laid off for like 2 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a job anytime soon. So I'm like, I can shave my head bald right now, and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see it. Hutch just shaved his head bald again. He does that every once in a while.
Yeah, but he's also got the beard to like even it out.
Yeah, and it's also weird because you can obviously see like his tan, like his head is like not. There's no sun there.
Yeah.
That's how it'd be for me because I'm not going outside anyways, so it'd just be weird.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
it'd be
tan anyways. I'm getting paler by the day.
it'd be as pale as my legs or my feet, because my feet don't ever exit socks.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a little cutie, dude. Like he likes to think a lot.
Hutch, I tell you, he's a.
Yeah, dude.
If you're this Hutch,
I got
my
a bro.
boy loves you. He thinks you're a
I got a
cutie.
bro crush on your boy Hutch.
Sean H. Hutchinson.
Yeah, but no, my son Miles Wolf is he's out there, and I feel
Somewhere, I've lost my child.
yeah help but he's, and I feel bad sometimes, even though like Brianna, this is what she wanted, so like she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, which is fine.
Yeah.
So but there's some times when like, because he wakes up every like so many hours, like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Or here recently it's been 4 because he started to eat more. But and I'll just sleep straight through the night because I've always been a heavy sleeper. I mean, even when we lived together, we slept through a tornado.
Yeah, we did.
And
Yeah.
so, sometimes I'll just sleep straight through the night, and I know that she's been getting up, and I'll feel bad, like, oh, well, I didn't help at all, but, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's, like, a weird level of, like, I don't feel bad, but, like, I kind of feel bad. And then there are other times where I'll get up, and I can tell that she doesn't want, she wants to sleep a little longer, so I'll take care of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like he's a crier or anything. Like, he's not like, there's a word.
Just like throw tantrums or something. He doesn't scream all the time.
Yeah, there's a word for it. I can't remember what it is, but like he doesn't fuss ever unless you're changing his clothes. He hates his clothes being taken on and off.
He likes the comfort. He likes the warmth they get.
Yeah, but like it's just so odd because like he'll kind of like do a small scream as you're taking off like his onesie.
Yeah.
But then like the moment it's off, he just calms back down, or like vice versa. So it's like it's just the transition of like
the feeling of the clothes coming off. He's like, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
What is this?
But he's not a crier. He's not like he's the most chill baby ever. Like even in the middle of the night, which is one of the reasons why I sleep through the night sometimes, is like his fuss is like he'll make one noise and then be like, he'll wait a second and then he'll make another noise, kind of like like, hey, I'm awake. You can like feed me now. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, if you want to come over here, that'd be great.
Yeah, like
as long as yeah. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, so it's
lucky to get a baby who doesn't just shit the bed.
Yeah.
Scream everywhere.
I mean, he shits the bed, but that's just.
I'm sure if I have a kid, depending on the lady, the baby will not give a shit. Because as a baby, I just slept all the time. Like I eat my food and like fall asleep there. So
and like, from what I've heard, like babies take their like parents' mannerisms. So like me and Brianna are like really just chill.
Yeah.
So just I'm sure like if you had a kid, like depending on how she was as a baby, it'd pretty much be the same way. But yeah, he never really gets fussy. I mean, he doesn't like being put in the car seat, but like I feel like that's probably every baby. But once he's in there, like he falls asleep. So like
yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. It's just really, it seems like the transitions like he doesn't like. So like being put in the car seat, having his clothes changed, and he really hates, actually. We did find something that he absolutely just cannot stand, and apparently he started freaking out like really, really bad while I was at work one day, and she couldn't figure out what was going on, and she found out that he had a giant booger up his nose. And once she got that out, he went back to like being just like
I mean, nobody likes a boogie up their nose.
So like he hates stuff up his nose, like absolutely, like just cannot stand it. But yeah, he's a chill baby. So that thing that Nick said when I was still working at the big GD,
what?
He was like laughing because oh, you're gonna be super tired all the time, and you're gonna never get any sleep.
That's because Nick's personality and his lady's personality are like 100. Like his lady is like almost crazy. I mean, I like her, but from what he tells me, she sounds crazy.
Like
personally, when I meet her, she seems cool as shit.
Yeah, when I've met her, like she seems really like she seems really cool, but like there's also like the hint. Yeah,
it's in her eyes.
Yeah, like definitely.
And then Nick's just a party animal gone old. So
yeah,
he's only 30, but he still would party if he didn't have a kid. Everyone knows it. So yeah, his kid's gonna be fucking wild.
But yeah, so I mean, there are even nights, like I said, where I just sleep straight through the night, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I didn't help. Well, I mean, I feel okay, so
I've slept.
Yeah, like as long as like she doesn't wake up angry at me for sleeping through the night, then it's, whatever,
That's a win-win.
Yeah. So, but being a dad is super rewarding. Like even kind of thinking about it, I'm just like, obviously me and her are gonna do everything we can, when he's a baby, and but like what I'm really excited for is when he hits that like 4 or 5 years old age, he starts being like running around being a little gremlin. Dude,
Yeah.
like I'm excited for that. Like him starting to talk and stuff. Like, I cannot wait.
You guys started like playing in Beethoven or doing that weird parent shit.
No, I don't think
I
we
did all
will.
that kind of.
No, I don't.
Haven't bought the parent books like How to Make Your Baby Smart.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't. We haven't gotten there yet, but I don't think we're.
Better start now, or you'll be late.
Yeah, he's gonna be dumb forever.
Yes.
No, I mean, I don't think my dad and mom ever did that.
Gosh. Yeah, when you talked about the kid running around, it reminds me of a video I saw. It's like this guy has, it's like a plastic ball, and I guess he's kicking it like to his kid, but he kicks it way too hard and like hits the kid in the head, and like the kid falls over, and she's like, "Go pick it up," and he goes over and picks the ball, and she's like, "No, they kid," and he's like, "Oh," and he starts running over with the ball. It's like the ball's his first priority.
Well, you can't. The ball costs money. I mean,
Hot shit. If that baby don't cost more money in the long run, I don't know what does.
yeah, than a $1 Walmart ball.
Yeah, I wish.
But yeah, like I mean, yeah, I'm excited for those moments because
Yeah.
I'm excited to like start playing video games and stuff with him and like you know.
The worst part, at least for me, would be like obviously the poop, the throw up. That's like the shit I don't want to be there for.
Which, I mean, he's being like 100% breastfed right now, so like
Yeah, so he's cool for now.
yeah, like so when he starts taking solids, it might be yeah, it might be a
His
different
diapers will
story.
be full.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the only part that I'm not really looking forward to is the day when he starts to surpass me in video games, and I'm just like,
It's never gonna happen.
I just like, because you know my competitive nature, so like,
Yeah.
which I really hope he doesn't pick up my like
I'm sure well, if you show it, he will.
my angry side. Like he'll beat me in a game, and like I just have to step out of the room and like shut the door, and then he hears Fang like, "God fucking damn it!" Like,
See, you got to let him win every once in a while. But
No,
then
no, no,
You stomp on their head.
get good.
Kid good. Yeah, I mean, it's like when my nephew came over and we were playing Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
And every time I just try to do something, he'd start beating me up and killing me. And then I'd relentlessly kill him for like four lives in a row. He's like, stop! And I'm just killing him. He's laughing, so I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it.
You've dueled me.
But I'm like, I'm Chewbacca, and I'm just putting on a helmet, and he
Yeah.
starts punching me in the back and stealing all my coins. So then I switch over to like I kill him.
Yeah.
I pull his arms off. It's hilarious. Or, yeah, he's a little fart, man. Like, he would go, like, there's a collectible 2 feet away. I can hear it. I know. I've
Yeah.
played this game to almost 100%. I
Yeah.
fucking know Lego Star Wars.
Right.
And I'm like, there's a collectible. He's like, come over here this way. And I'm like, collectible.
Must grab it. Like,
Yeah. And then it disconnects me because I'm too far away. And then I become player one later on. It disconnects him. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, oh, you fell too far behind. He's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I'm just,
It's funny.
or even just like,
He's like 8, 9. I don't know.
he's already that old.
I think he's 8. I don't know.
Fuck me.
I thought he was like 6 or 7, but maybe he's.
God,
He was born my sophomore year of high school.
has it been that long already?
2012. Yeah.
Fuck me. Like
I'm telling you,
that's,
it's been a while. He's 8, I think.
how is he already almost 10?
I'm telling you.
I wonder how your sister feels like.
I don't know. She already has another kid, so
Yeah.
Adeline, I don't know how old she is.
She doesn't care about the first one anymore.
No, Destin's fine.
He's old enough to fend for himself.
He's already
now.
angsty. He's like a teen.
Oh god. Oh no.
No, he's just got that whole like, no, mom. Like when he was gonna leave, like when they took him home,
Yeah.
he just like. I feel bad because I kind of pushed him in this direction. I was like, "Where's the game case for Star Wars?" He's like, "Well, I don't know." I'm like, "Oh, maybe your mama took it." So I'm like, "I didn't see it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, maybe." Then when she comes in, he's like, "You took the case." And I've already found it at this point. It was actually behind the couch. I didn't say anything. I was like standing there while he's getting fucking grilled by his mom. And I'm just standing there, I'm like, I'm sorry, boy. You got to sink on this ship on your own. I can't help you. I just watch his ship get fucking blown up as I'm just sitting in mine. Like,
so you think you've taught him what I used to call was the parent switch?
I didn't teach him anything. I just let him fucking flail. I pushed him out and was like, oop, too late, and didn't actually save him.
Guess you'll die. Like,
I didn't expect him to go for blood.
He's always seemed like, even at like 5 or whatever, I can't even remember the last time I saw him, but like, he always seemed like he had this like attitude towards his like...
It's probably his dad's side.
Like, towards his parents, like...
Yeah, he's definitely got like how I was when I was a teenager for my parents. And still honestly am sometimes. You know, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, but for you, I think it's more of like evolved because now they just like, you know, you've got a no nonsense about you when it comes to them. So like,
just about, yeah.
So like, you know, I'm sure that's just what they expect.
Like, I'll help them and I'll be nice, like, you know, they're my parents, but it's like, I'm not gonna like take the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's getting to that age, and he's like talking about leaving, and he's like getting all upset, not when he doesn't say anything, or he's getting getting sassy.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, do you want to come back over here again? Because if you act like this, you won't." And he's like, and he's being like that. He's in that age where he's just wanting to say no for the sake of saying no.
Right.
But at a more competent level.
He's testing his like
He's been doing that for years.
He's trying to feel out where the line is, and
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, you know, when he's doing something fun and he doesn't want to leave, you know.
I mean, I can get that.
He gets poopy.
I just I mean, I was never like attitude-esque about like if we were doing something fun and then we had to go. Like it was more of like
I was definitely.
It was more like oh man, you know, like except that one time. The only time I got super mad, I mean, I didn't show it. It was more of like I just buried it, is when we were playing Nazi Zombies, and we had gotten...
You're so far.
We've gotten so far. Like, we'd never gotten this far before, ever. And then my dad walks in, he's like, all right, it's time to take Ian home. And I'm just like, sitting there, but we're on like round 40. Like, come on, dog.
The farthest we've ever been.
Yeah.
And maybe when you were trying to get the TV to work and your parents were like, quit fucking with the TV.
Oh, yeah. And then we do the like
we'd slam, because it was an old TV, and for some reason when we hit it enough, it'd start working.
So this was like, imagine a 55-inch flat screen.
Yeah.
If you will, for me. And then turn that flat screen, keep it 55 inches, and then make it a tube TV.
Yeah.
That is what I had.
Yeah.
And sometimes the screen
would like fuzz out.
Yeah, it would get really fuzzy.
Or like a loose wire or something.
And you'd have to like essentially hammer fist the top of the TV.
Yeah, to get it to come back on. So we would just pound on this motherfucker. And your parents would be in there watching a show, because it's a small duplex.
Yeah.
And, you know, they'd get fucking sick and tired of us beating on a TV.
And it's funny, because, like...
But I want to play a game. So
yeah.
we got to keep beating on it.
I think the best part was, like...
And we just do it, like, you know, every couple seconds. Like, every 30 seconds, we'd beat it again. Like, hit it once and then stop. And, like, listen.
Yeah, like, are they going to come get me? Like,
yeah. Testing our limits.
Yeah, you know,
what's
like...
gonna happen, you know?
And I think it's the best part was, like... So I'm pretty sure it was always just Amanda getting upset, because this was my dad's old TV.
Yeah.
So he understands what you have to do to get it work, especially, like, back then, because he was still, you know, he was still playing video games back then pretty regularly. So, like, he understood that, like, we're in the middle of a game. We need to do this to get the TV to work, or else we can't play the game.
We both want to play Modern Warfare, and, you know, the TV's fucking up.
Right. So you know, it was always Amanda getting mad.
Yeah.
And then, like, my dad would sometimes come in there and be like, hey, can you, like, stop banging the TV? But I could, like, see in his, like, I could hear it in his voice.
Care.
Yeah, like, in his face. He's
but
just like,
she cares.
Yeah, like,
I
so.
don't want to do this, boys, but I have to. She's got me.
There was sometimes even when, like, we'd be doing it and he'd walk in to, like, tell us to stop, and then he'd end up like smacking the TV too, and he's just like,
yeah, but it's not working. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like,
yeah, he knows what's happening. Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, he gets it, you know,
yeah,
like,
he understands. Yeah, unlike my parents, which my dad, 100% untech savvy.
Yeah,
he used Windows 97 for like my old childhood.
That
shit was so fucking out of date. It was black and white.
Uses the original iPhone since
he doesn't even use it. I don't think he knows. He's not any better. At least he doesn't call my PlayStation a Game Boy anymore or some stupid shit like that. He's like, quit playing your Game Boy. I'm like, it's not a fucking Game Boy. He's like, I don't care what it is. Turn it off. Or pause your game. It's like, I'm playing online. I can't. They're like, why? Just pause it. I can't.
What part of I cannot? Can you?
I guess growing up in the 70s, it's what happens. Because he was born in 1960? He was born in 1960. My mom was born in 1967.
Damn, boy, you old. Like,
he's old, man. He's a fart. He's an old codger.
But even to the point where it's like, you weren't allowed to play Modern Warfare. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before.
Yeah, but it's like a staple of the childhood, like
where like
you bring it over and we pause it when we're in the middle of something.
Like
my mom's like, "What are you guys playing?" And we're like, "Oh,
just a game." Yeah, like
she's like, "Okay."
Or even just like giving you my original copy just to buy another copy of Modern Warfare.
I can't buy it because my parents won't let me.
Like, I got you, dog. I got you. Like.
Yeah. Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite game as a kid.
Speaking of that, I'm still insulted that they decided to remaster Modern Warfare 2's story mode,
but not the multiplayer.
But not the fucking what? Like,
story mode's great and yeah, it's fun, but multiplayer is the fucking shit.
Not even like remastering the Spec Ops, like.
Yeah, that's like. It's a third. Like, the game, all parts of the game are amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
But those, like, you gotta have them all. You can't just give me a third of the pie.
Yeah, like, it's...
Spec Ops, you had the museum part. Fucking best part of the Spec Ops, dude.
So very frustrated.
Yeah. That's the game everybody wanted.
I know.
And they fucking fingered it.
And then they finally gave it to us, and they're like, well, like...
Yeah, there's a third of it. You guys happy? No.
No, you know exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, but you didn't want to take the time. Fucking rats.
And apparently the next one they're coming out with...
Black Ops, right?
It's another Black Ops, but it's a prequel to the first one.
No.
So...
I mean, I like the Black Ops series. I like all of them, honestly. The third one was great. But...
Yeah, it's...
I really just wanted a Modern Warfare 2 remastered. They did it for Modern Warfare, which, honestly, poopy. Modern Warfare 2, much better. It's like Modern Warfare... but with better stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Fight me.
I just... I don't know. I mean, even like the revamp of the series, which, don't get me wrong, I loved that game. Like, the story mode was phenomenal. Yeah. I honestly, like... They had a lot weighing in on the story mode just because the Modern Warfare story mode is so, like, iconic.
Yeah.
So, they had a lot riding on this, and, if they fucked it up, then, they would have lost, I feel like, a lot of people. Definitely. But for them to, like, go in such fine detail about the story mode was just, ugh.
Yeah.
So good. And I mean, I'm excited to see how the new story progresses. It's just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm excited to play a Black Ops game that's not like, futuristic or even like a modern-esque. I'm excited to play with like the older guns, like the Galils and like all this stuff. Like, so
yeah.
I'm excited to go back then and back to the jungle-esque terrain and see I can't even remember.
Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah,
Stuff.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, and I'll definitely be playing it on the PC.
Yeah, like the new Call of Duty was great.
Yeah.
If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, the newest one.
Yeah, that story mode is fucking 5 stars. That thing was played on veteran or don't play it at all.
Just even
that's the only way to play it. It's so immersive.
Veteran hardcore where I was so immersed in the story because there's no HUD.
Was it hardcore that was past veteran?
I think so.
Okay,
there was
then hardcore because it's so good.
There was no HUD. It was just tactical warfare. It's
beautiful.
It was
so many night vision parts where you're in there.
Oh my god!
And then swimwear, my dude, it's fucking good.
Yeah, phenomenal. And that's what I was saying. The original Modern Warfare's 1 through 3, the story mode was so iconic. So they had a lot of weight on their shoulders to get it right.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did and just blew it out of the water is just, and then the way it ended, where they're
it connects pretty much.
Yeah, McTavish is I want these people on my team, and you see the names like Soap and Ghost, and you're just like,
Shit.
I'm going now,
And
I'm ready.
I guess it makes sense that they remastered the next one because that's the next in the series.
Yeah, since they remastered the first game, and then.
But it's you can't give it the same kind of justice you did the other one.
Yeah, where you gave the remaster of the first one.
The story mode and Spec Ops and all that.
But
you don't give the second one the same love.
And then I mean they said it's because they want to focus on the multiplayer for the revamp of the series, but at the same time you're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can't open a couple servers for your boy to.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are playing the remastered Modern Warfare. I don't think it's that
they
many.
literally, I'm pretty sure most of them dropped off just so they could play the revamp version of the game. So just take all those servers and give them to Modern Warfare 2.
Everyone will play the next game. It's just how it works.
Yeah,
it's just gonna happen.
There's only I've only ever seen a select few of the audience that sticks around at that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to play guerrilla warfare-esque, older,
Zombies maybe. It'd be good to have some of that.
Yeah, just I don't know. Another multiplayer game to grind on. I mean, the only reason I don't buy the revamped version on the PC is just because I don't want to start over. And
yeah, I don't really want to spend the extra money on a game I have.
Yeah, if I'm gonna start over, it's gonna be in the new game. That's just the way I see it. So
I could do with some zombies like the one where you're underground.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
Which I mean, I'd almost be down to buy World at War just because they have all the modded, or right.
Yeah.
The modded zombie
maps and stuff. Yeah. Those are always neat. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd be down to that, but as far as buying the newest game,
spending $60 on a game,
it won't be until the next Black Ops comes out, Black Ops 5.
Yeah. If that's what it's called.
Which I feel Treyarch is just Which, I mean, they know what works. Everyone's been asking for, remaster Modern Warfare. They did it, and...
Yeah, Black Ops has been, the star child for a while.
Yeah.
And, the new Modern Warfare came out, and that shit took the key.
Yeah,
took the cake.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Black Ops can do what they do, and it'll still be good, but I feel they'll try something new. I don't know if it'll...
I really hope... Because, I mean...
Hope they stick with what they do best.
Yeah, I want the story mode to be as detailed, though, as Modern Warfare was.
Yeah, I mean...
They show,
It should be. I just feel Black Ops has, a different style to their work.
They do, and...
It's not... I wouldn't say cartoony, but it's just... It's not as Modern Warfare. It's not as gritty as that is.
Which, I mean, they might be trying to go really gritty
it's
just because,
fantasy.
Since this is a prequel to the, I guess, it's a prequel to the original Black Ops,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's in that era where, people are, popping out of fucking huts with flamethrowers and, it's real brutal warfare,
Definitely. Yeah, they just Black Ops just has that fantasy element that makes
Yeah.
it that keeps it from being the full tactical Modern Warfare.
Right.
No shit, almost shooting a kid in the head kind of
Yeah,
shit.
which I mean,
Keeps it from doing that.
there's some pretty controversial stuff, and like
Yeah. I mean,
the newest Modern Warfare,
it's not worse than no Russian, but it's pretty close. Like,
I don't know, using chemical warfare on like.
I mean, you know how many people you shoot in that fucking airport?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot of people.
They definitely went balls to the wall. Like, I don't care what you think.
There was a lot of controversy over the white phosphorus.
Yeah.
But it's an actual weapon that people have used.
Yeah.
So it's part of history,
So I mean, I'm definitely excited. For, sir.
That's our motorcycle guy.
I'm definitely excited for the next Modern Warfare in the series, as far as like story, multiplayer. But until then, I have to settle for some Black Ops, which is also totally fine with me. Like
Yep.
they've
Yeah.
Treyarch and Raven and whatever. I think they're together now. Actually, I think they've remerged, but they finally got their shit together, and now both games that are popping out year after year seems like it's going to be solid.
Indeed.
It's not going to be like how it was for a while, where like, Black Ops would come out, like you were saying, like Black Ops would come out, we'd have fun with that, and then you'd like be like, oh,
you'd see Infinite Warfare, and you're like, ew.
Oh,
and then you get another Black Ops, you're like, hey.
Yeah, like
it's like every other year was good. Maybe now every year will be good.
Yeah,
maybe it'll change.
But
can't really hold out hope for that much.
Yeah.
But
what were we talking about? We got really sidetracked.
I don't know. I mean, on the thing of video games, I mean, we can talk about what we've been playing recently.
If you want to go first,
Yeah, I mean, I've just been playing Breath of the Wild. Just had a hankering for that game. Watching some people play it, and I'm like, that looks fun. So, been playing that. I haven't been doing anything crazy, like glitching around the map or anything.
Yeah.
I did fight Ganon with, like, basic clothes on. I haven't beat him because I didn't feel like... I was like, this just feels wrong.
Right.
I could have beaten him, but I didn't.
Yeah, even watching...
I'm just going through to get all the divine beasts and unlock all the areas. Just explore.
You aren't going to try to 100% it, right?
Like, no. That's a lot of Korok seeds, my dude. That's 999 Korok seeds.
Is it really 999?
It's 999. That's so many.
Damn. That's a lot.
I found like 50. I am not finding that many more. I'll get the Master Sword. I'm like 2 hearts away from getting the Master Sword. So you have to get 13 hearts.
Right.
Other than that, fuck it.
Yeah.
I get as many shrines as I can, but yeah, I'm not completing that game 100% now.
Yeah.
There's no point.
I've been wanting to play it, but like...
I hated it because the controller scheme was ass. But you can like customize your controller scheme.
Right.
Helped out a ton, I tell you.
Yeah, I tried playing it, and normally like I'm a pretty avid like Zelda fan, but like
yeah,
I just couldn't. Maybe it's not that I couldn't get into it. It's more of like I just didn't have, because we were still working at Gardner Denver, so I just really didn't have the time.
A ton of time to play that. Yeah.
And so I didn't really have the time to put aside to play that game, but because it's not one of those games where like, even though it's what the Switch is meant for, like you're not gonna take the Switch and like, play it from the handheld perspective. That sounds awful. Like,
yeah. It's like Skyrim. You can't just play it for 30 minutes and like actually feel like you've done anything with your life.
Right. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of the remake of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX.
Yeah.
It's such a breath of fresh air. Like I like, and it's not like the games I've been playing are bad. It's just like playing a good dungeon crawler is so much fun, especially, with like, I'm a big Pokemon fan, so like with the Pokemon aesthetic and everything like that.
Yeah, when Pokemon Mystery Dungeon came out, that shit was hype.
Right.
Like, they did it really good in the original ones. I haven't played the rest.
And now that like
I wish they'd remake one of the Ranger games.
Yeah.
I don't know, where you like have the little top and you got to spin it around and
oh my god, some of those fucking like, because there's one where like I know what you're talking. You have to like spin it around the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Some of those were so fucking hard because they wanted like, you better spin around it 300 times in 30 seconds, and
yeah,
you're just like,
fucking blow out your wrist.
As a kid, you're just like
your screen had like
scratches.
Yeah, you had to have a protector on that bitch.
Like, I'd be down to find an emulator of that game.
Those are funny. I don't know how that would work.
You'd have to use the mouse.
That'd be heinous. You'd have to like do DPI. You have to fucking max it out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like,
yeah, those games were funny. Just like Pokemon. I guess we can, since I have a GameCube emulator. We can play Pokemon Shadow Coliseum and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, that'd be fun. Yeah. We can. What we should do.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't buy the games. We have them.
I mean, yeah, we'd buy them obviously.
Of course. Yeah.
But
when we do, yeah.
I can't remember which Pokemon Coliseum game it is, but there's one where you can rent teams, and it'll give you 6 random Pokemon to battle.
I don't know if that's Shadow Coliseum. Yeah, I think it's the other one.
But
maybe it was the Wii one, because that was like one of my favorites. I never played the actual GameCube ones.
Which, I mean, it obviously wouldn't be like as competitive just because, we'd have to play on the same screen.
Yeah.
So, like, you'd obviously see what my moves are, but like,
yeah,
it'd be fun to see the old 3D sprites.
Yeah, I just love the Wii version of the Pokemon. You could import your own teams and play.
Right.
That shit was my jam. But you said, is it timing that you can play with the Pokemon Tower? You can fight with your team up like a partner.
Yes. So
we'll play that next. It's like my favorite one.
They actually did a really good job, which, I mean, it's on the 3DS. Right? Sun and Moon is on the 3DS.
Whatever the newest one now.
It was the last game on the 3DS, and then now they're on the Switch. It was Sun and Moon. They had the battle tree.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that same premise where you take your team in, and then you battle.
What's the newest game?
Sword and Shield.
Oh, that's right. They're getting past me. They're all
yeah. But I just I just love that aspect of fighting your way to the top.
Yeah.
I never did it with Sun and Moon just because you needed to for Diamond and Pearl I don't think it was as intuitive, but for Sun and Moon you needed to actually make it a competitive level team.
Yeah, no, you get your team or get your Pokemon. Your teammate would have a Pokemon you could pick from however many you wanted.
Yeah.
Whichever teammate you wanted. I always picked Lucario. That dude was my teammate.
Right.
He got the blue hat. But yeah, it wasn't any competitive nature to it.
Yeah, the Sun and Moon, you needed a competitive level team.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that frustrated me about it, which I understand it's in-game content, so obviously you want to make it as hard as humanly possible.
Yeah.
But how they locked off, I don't know if did you beat Sun and Moon?
I didn't do that one.
So after you beat the Elite Four, you get to go battle Red or Blue from the original game.
Yeah.
And depending on who you chose, so I battled Blue because he's, I'm in the minority here, but
maybe I did. I remember battling Red.
I prefer Blue over Red just because I think he's one of the dopest rivals there ever could be.
Yeah.
But so I battled Blue, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna battle Red next. And then Blue was like, all right, well, Red went ahead and went to the top of the tower. He'll see you up there. And so I'm thinking okay, I'll just walk to the top of the tower.
Yeah.
No, you have to fight and win 100 battles in a row.
In a row.
So
that's right.
100 battles back to back to back to back to back, and then you fight Red as your 101st battle.
It's crazy.
that's fucking nuts. Like, winning 100 competitive battles where each person on the ladder has a different team.
Yeah.
Their teams have different mechanics. All their mechanics are competitive based. So, like, they're going to have their choice scarfs and their, like, their sturdies. They're all going to have the best abilities and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You only get your one team. So, you got to make your team as universal as possible.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
I mean, I like it because they've added some competitive nature, which we've asked for a long time. We've wanted Pokemon to be a more mature, kind of gauged for a more mature audience who actually wants to be competitive. But that's fucking ridiculous. 100 battles competitively, winning.
Yeah, like
one Pokemon could destroy your team without you even.
It does. Like, if you aren't careful, like, your Pokemon could easily, like, oh, we're gonna. So this is Sun and Moon, so there's Z moves.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Eevee's Z move. I mean, this is a classic setup for Eevee, obviously, but like, Eevee's Z move, where she summons all of her forms, gives her a huge stat boost for all of her stats.
Yeah.
Helping hand to, like, I don't know, some broken ass Pokemon. And well, now that Pokemon has all of the stat boosts, and that Pokemon's gonna wipe your fucking team now. Like, it's crazy. Like,
it's ridiculous, yeah.
So, I mean, and I'm not, like, salty in any way about it. It's just like the thought of, like, because I haven't found anyone, I mean, I guess I haven't really looked recently, that's gone to do the red or blue fight after 100 battles. I know Shady, when he was doing Pokemon really big, he was going to stream, I guess he had a team ready and everything. He was going to stream the battle tower up to red.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just not going to stop until I get to red. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, great. I can't wait to watch that stream.
Yeah.
And then he ended up streaming a different game. And everyone was like, where the fuck's the battle tree? Like,
yeah.
So,
that's rough.
But yeah, it's nutty. Like, because in a competitive scene, like, obviously you're not, like, well, you can't win them all. But, like,
yeah, like 100 in a row, that's pretty crazy.
And I don't think there's any breaks in between either. Like, you have to do, like, 100 battles just
back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it'd reset your team. Like, you don't get to keep your stats from battle to battle.
No. So your team gets healed after each battle, but it's like,
okay,
it's
so
still.
It was like, dude, if you can just keep your stats from battle to battle, you fucking steamroll.
Yeah. No, there's no momentum-esque. It's just like.
Which, I mean, as long as they heal you, there's some chance, but that's still pretty rough.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
It's just, I think the roughest part is, like, you get one team, and because, and I don't know how random it actually is, but, like, all the people that you face essentially have a random team because, so your one team, you could get to Battle 99, and then that person at Battle 99 has the perfect counter for your team, and now you're fucked because, like, you don't have an answer.
Yeah.
So, but it's still, I mean, I still enjoyed it. I never really got into it, but I mean, it was nice to see that they put in that level of, like,
they're taking consideration, which, talking of Nintendo here, that's pretty big.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't give a fat shit about fucking Smash, so the fact that they actually put in competitive nature into Pokemon is really cool. It took them, 20 years, but...
and I've actually found so much more enjoyment, speaking of Smash, normally you'd go online and play, like, with GSP and all that.
Yeah, play on.
I found so much more enjoyment just going to a public battle arena.
Yeah.
And finding one that has, like, 2 people in it, and just then
playing with them.
Yeah, like, it's so much more enjoyable, except for this one time last night, for instance. I got in there, and it was this captain. They were doing Captain Falcon dittos, which is fine. Like,
boys.
I wanted to play Dr. Mario, but I was happy to switch to Falcon and play some Captain Falcon dittos with him.
These are nothing.
And this one Captain Falcon, which he had like 15 wins in a row. Well, I mean, I guess he was just steamrolling the one other guy that was in the lobby. Obviously not the lobby owner who only plays Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
He was like taunting so much. Just like Captain Falcon's, show me your moves. Yeah. Show me your moves. He'd hit you off the stage. You wouldn't even be dead yet. Show me your moves. And then like, it was very obnoxious. Like it was.
I imagine.
So like, you know, originally I was like, oh, he's just, you know, being funny. But like, if you taunted back, you know, because normally, like, sometimes if it's like a battle between friends, they'll like taunt at each other at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Well, the match starts. He taunts, I taunt, and he runs up and grabs my ass, and then like,
yeah,
takes a whole fucking stock off of me because
it's like whenever you're on the line and you like, if I'm a Bowser or K. Rool and I get a Ditto, we do a little crouch, and then we get to battling once we're ready. You know, it's like, yeah, if somebody disrespects you like that, you fucking put them in the dirt.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what I do. I've been disrespected a couple times, and I've put them in the fucking grave.
So like
nobody.
Just lobbies like that are really annoying just because there's no, like, you can't turn taunts off in the arena.
Yeah, no,
which, taunting is fine if you're doing it in, like, a friendly jest nature. Yeah. But if you're spamming the taunt and, like...
You know, I'll do it maybe every once in a while. I get really mad if I get a good kill. But I'm not going to, like, just do it. No.
But I left and went to other lobbies. And, I mean, once I get to a certain, like... full, like I'll leave just because I want to play in a higher frequency than
once there's a line.
Yeah. But most of the lobbies, I'd say about like 85 to 90% of them, they're like mostly respectable and like you put in, you know, okay, I want 1v1s and it'll pull up like, you know, 1v1 9 times out of 10 everyone has like, you know, 3 stock 7 minutes. You know, it's what like you want to play.
2 stock, 3 minutes, items on, fucking kill myself.
I don't even want to talk about fucking Nintendo's tournament. Their 1v1s are 2 stock, 4 minutes.
It's trash. And then you go to, like, recommended rule set, and it doesn't even give you what you want.
Yeah, like, so...
This is my preferred rule set. Give me my rule set, then.
Yeah, like, just even the tournaments, like, having... You know, because I don't know why they don't have a 1v1 tournament just always going.
Yeah.
And then 2, I don't know why it's 2 stock 4 minutes. You know how hard it is to fucking adapt when there's only 2 stocks to your opponent? Like,
yeah, you lose the first stock and you're like, what?
I'm already behind. Like, I've already lost, essentially.
There's no catch-up game there. With a 3 stock, you at least can do that.
Yeah, like...
possibility for you to adapt on your 3rd stock if you're getting dusted.
Yeah.
And make it back. 2 stock, you're dead.
Yeah, like, even if, because, like, let's say you...
Or if they just want to camp your ass out.
Yeah, like, it's...
That's hell.
It's very frustrating. And then I actually fought some honorable... I mean, it was the same guy, but he was a very honorable Ness. And I was very surprised that he...
Did not PK your ass to death?
He only PK fired in tactical situations. It was really nice to see, you know, like he'd be off stage, I'd be trying to edge guard him, he'd PK fire onto the stage and get me off the ledge. It was like, wow, you know what? You're a good guy.
Yeah, he doesn't, you know, like most Ness's or Lucas's last stock, they just start pushing the B button like it's their fucking savior, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like, stop! And then you just trounce them, and you're just like, why do you do this? Why do you all decide to push B at last minute?
It was really funny, though, because he played Ness for a little while, and then he switched to Lucas, and, in which they're kind of different, but, like...
Yeah, they have different aspects. Like, PK Fire is different for Ness than it is Lucas. Lucas does knockback while Ness just caps you, like, keeps you there.
But it's... And when he switched to Lucas, he was just killing himself. Like, he'd get off stage, and then...
His Thunderbolt's different, yeah.
And he would just, like, Thunderbolt into the blast zone. Like,
That's always fucking hilarious.
So it's just like
Everyone, like when we do randoms and someone gets Lucas or Ness, I just die because they're all like, I can't get it to work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
it's
I know how it works. It's funny as shit, but I understand the pain.
I've got it to work once. Like,
And I've seen Branson did it yesterday. He hit it, but he hit himself into the stage and died.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you poor kid.
it's just
But,
yeah, I don't know. Coming from like I play a lot of like Mario, Dr. Mario, you
Yeah.
know, like people who have like pretty self-explanatory recoveries.
I play the funky recoveries. That's
Yeah, like Bowser.
Bowser and Wii Fit.
Yeah. Just
I still don't understand Wii Fits, and I try everything.
you just tap B.
No. I
Yeah.
keep like moving the joystick in circles.
No, you all you do is
I'm like hula hoop, you bitch.
no,
It doesn't go
all you
anywhere.
do is like the faster you tap B, the higher she goes.
No, yeah, Bowser and Wii Fit, and Rob's is so. Like
He can activate it whenever, unless he runs out of fuel.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
you hold B, but you can like stop. All the people I play have weird recoveries.
yeah,
Except for K Rule. K Rule's is pretty simple.
yeah. He
You
just
fly.
yeah, the
you
fucking
go.
fucking jetpack.
But speaking of annoying play styles, it's like I like Anthony. He's a good kid. But whenever he says, "Oh, I'm just gonna lose," I fucking hate it.
Oh my god.
Quit sandbagging, you piece of shit. Because then it's like, okay, well, this is annoying now because he's just like, and then he wins, and then it's just like,
Yeah, and then
or
he's
something.
like,
it's just like, don't sandbagging is so annoying.
just
Stop.
I'd rather you
Don't
come
do
in
it.
with a cocky attitude, like I'm gonna kick your ass, and then
Yeah. Don't be like, oh gosh, now you got your main. I'm just gonna lose. Like, dude, you're playing
Stop.
Pac-Man. I'm playing randoms. Just because I almost beat you with Fox doesn't mean you can cry.
it's just
I did almost beat him as Fox when he was Pac-Man though. It was pretty funny. He was like 90%. I missed my up smash and killed him.
damn
Like, you.
the frame 6 up smash.
I tell you, he got me. But yeah, that's Smash.
Yeah.
So, we have some more stuff, but we've been going for a while, so
How long? What's the time at?
it's like 1:30.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I think that'll do it for our 11th episode. It's a pretty good amount of talking here.
Yeah.
No poop, no politics. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
I'd say it's a win. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you did enjoy it, click the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It does help out quite a bit. Got any comments or suggestions? If you'd like us to talk about anything, put it down there. I'm sure we'll get to it. But we'll see you in the next one.
Later.